This call came in many months ago, and I should have got to it. And I don't know if I didn't because I was ashamed or if I was, I don't know what some of my thoughts and feelings were, but I want to get to it now. And here we go. All right.
What's up, Theo? I met you in Dallas, the Improv Addison. I had a cute date with me, and we went to the show, had a great time. You killed it. It was an awesome time. And we ended up partying after.
And I know the audio's rocky on this, but it's just the best that they have. This is how the call came in. And this is a gentleman saying that they came out to the show in Addison, and that they came out to the show and that we all hung out after, me and him, and he had a cute date. Let's hear more.
I'm pretty sure you remember us.
And I do remember.
And it was just a great night. And a couple nights later, that girl, you know what I'm talking about, came over to my place. We got fucked up. We're hanging out. I'm playing Theo Vaughn videos on my computer like a little fanboy.
And while he's talking about the videos, I'm going to say don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. And this is not the most opportune time for me to mention that, but if you subscribe on YouTube, I will appreciate that. And that's just a dark joke because, this guy's here sharing his feelings. So the girl's over at his house, and they're watching. He's just being supportive. He's showing her funny stuff. Onward.
And I'm pretty much sucking your dick, figuratively.
Yeah, and that's just figuratively, I think. And I don't even know what figuratively means. It means the one where it doesn't really happen. Let's hear more.
Talking about how funny you were, what a cool guy you were. And she starts crying. The bitch starts crying. I'm like, why is this bitch crying right now? And come to find out that I guess she snuck on over to your place the following evening, and you guys got a little hanky-panky going, which is fucking hilarious.
And so a couple things right there, for one, I'll just bring it up, he says this bitch, that part kind of turned me off in the call. But I think he's probably at the time of this call was angry at this young lady, and I can understand, being angry at her, and I can understand him being angry at me. And he's saying that, she's over at his place. He's playing videos, they're talking about what a good time. He's talking about what a good time they had at the show, that they enjoyed my show. We had fun hanging out after, which we did. And then a few nights later that she snuck over to meet up with me for a little bit of that hank pank. And then she's crying and she tells him that. Onward.
And I also was fucking shitty. Because this is probably the first bitch I liked in a few years. I did genuinely like her, and it kind of caught me off guard. And I like you, too. Obviously, you're my favorite comedian. We hung out. We had a good time. But I guess I don't really blame you for any of this. If I was in your shoes, I saw that ass, I would be like, fuck it. I'm going in.
And I do recollect that the woman had a nice ass. He's saying if I was in your shoes and I saw that ass, that I would go in. I'd get, aim for that ass, get up in that ass, like Ben Affleck and that big black guy in Armageddon when they try to get up on that rock in the air and save the universe with Steve Buscemi. And, I got a couple of different thoughts. You don't really blame me. I appreciate this call, man. Let's hear you out. Let's hear you out.
But, it was kind of a dick move, but I hope you'll include this on your podcast so people can know a little bit more about your life and what life is like on the road. And, yeah, I kind of want to thank you because I was thinking about dating this girl seriously. I did kind of like her.
Oh, and that part, I'm going to cut it there, just because, I heard it before, and, he liked her, and he was thinking about dating her seriously, and then because of, what happened with me and her, then it made him realize that it wasn't the best case scenario. And I want to apologize, man, and I texted him personally. I left him a voicemail personally to apologize. And I feel bad, definitely my behavior. The girl reached out to me. And we ended up hooking up and getting involved in some American sex, nothing wild, nothing foreign, and not even good sex. I'm not good at sex. So it was bad. It was that fainting goat kind of syndrome that I have, that I get sometimes, where, you start going and next thing you know, you just holding your breath and then you faint like those animals on the internet, like those shy goats. And that's kind of what happened to me, and that's, and I've never really been good at sex. I was real good at sex, I think, until about 19, when sex was more popular when you were sober, and sober sex is for children, I think. Adults that are fucking sober, that shit is awkward. That shit's really awkward, I think. But sober sex, I've always thought was for children. But yeah, man, she reached out and I complied. I remember the moment that I got this message from her and I'm thinking, man, should I be doing this? Here was a fellow that came out to the show. We had a good time. I remember we all went out to the bar and hung out, and this is probably about a year ago. And it was, and I knew that the answer was no. But then that's when something boiled up inside of me. It was almost like a caterpillar climbed out of my nuts with a message from my dick and crawled all the way up into my brain and gave that message. It was almost like Paul Revere a little bit, The vagina is coming. The vagina is coming. And climbed into my brain. And once that Paul Revere, that catapult got into my brain, I couldn't relax. I couldn't fight the message at that point. I couldn't stop myself. And that's just, it was a series of reactions then. I'm texting with the gal, and I remember almost not really spinning, she was a beautiful girl. And I mean, I'm just sorry, man. I don't know if I'm, just going in circles here. I'm just trying to give a little bit more background to the story. But I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that shit, But then, sometimes I just can't help but be, I was that man. I was that wild man out there. I wasn't having enough, morale for myself to hold on to my own nut. I was trying to get out there and be wild with that, with my body, and get out there and be in people's orifices and everything, and be like a real, just loitering around people's orifices and this woman's orifices. And I just want to say that I'm sorry, man. I appreciate you calling and talking about it. And I apologize. And I want to let people know that if you, come out to the show with your lady, that's not the type of thing it is. I'm not out there trying to seek and destroy anybody's relationships or anybody's first dates. And I remember this was a first date scenario. And now I'm just kind of backpedaling, I guess maybe trying to defend myself here. But, but I should have manned up and been like, that's bullshit. But I went out there and tried to catch that, cooter frisbee in my mouth, like a wild Australian shepherd. And that's what I did, and I just, at least at the very least, brother, know that it was bad sex, that I'm that bad sex bandit. I'm that bone ranger. I'm that bad sex bandit. I'm in and I'm in and out of there like it's a bank. Get in, try to get the money. Shit's awkward. There's an alarm. There's an old man with a gun. There's a black security guard. He's resting. And next thing you know, I'm out of there. And it was not a good show. No money. And now a rap sheet. And this is my rap sheet, man. And this is the truth. And I just wanted to put some skin in the game too on this podcast, because guys call all the time and share things that are, real in their life and kind of explore who they are. And women do too. And sometimes I don't know if I do that enough. But yeah, man, I just want to apologize. I don't think I should have done that behavior. It's not behavior that I'm proud of. And here's why I know I should apologize, because at this point, hearing back on it, when I heard this call, I knew it wasn't something that I was proud of. I knew it wasn't something that I was proud of. I knew that I was that sneak, that I was that hamburglar, and I'm out there stealing the meat rounds. I'm out there stealing them fucking titty patties. I'm out there stealing them titty patties and them vagina nuggets. while this man's out there, you know, sharing a shake with his lady, 2 straws in a chocolate cup. And I'm out there sneaking around back and sneaking around with them titty patties and them, you know, vagina nuggets. So I'm sorry, dude. And if you come out again, dude, next year or whenever I come back there, I think I've even been back there once since. But if you come back again, man, I got tickets for you, and I won't even talk to your date at all or look at her and that's that, man. That's what happens. So fuck. That's it, bro. That's it, dude. And I just want to. I appreciate you calling. I appreciate you having the balls to call me on it. And it's not the person that I want to be. The dude that's out there that's giving in just to try and catch a little bit of that. To catch a little bit of that slick wallet from any local lady. And that's not the man I am now. But I can't say that when that happened, that I wasn't that man. So, but onward, bro, and thank you.